If you're thinking about adding a pleco to your axolotl tank, or you've seen my tank and wondered, why does he have plecos with his axolotls? Then this video is for you. Plecos are one of the most misunderstood tank mates in the axolotl world. Some people think they're perfect algae eaters, others say they're dangerous, and the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Today, I want to explain why plecos are generally not recommended as axolotl tank mates, and why my personal setup works safely but is still not something I would recommend for most people to copy. Welcome back to Spot on Pet Life. Let's dive in. One. Why plecos usually aren't good axolotl tank mates. Before we talk about my tank, let's look at why the combination is normally risky. A. Plecos have sharp armored plates. Plecos are covered in hard, spiked armor. Axolotls hunt by snapping blindly at movement, so if they ever try to eat a pleco, even by accident, those spikes can cause serious internal injuries. This is not aggression, it's pure instinct. Axolotls don't know the difference between food and moving fish. B. Plecos are nocturnal. Axolotls are resting at night. Plecos become most active at night, exactly when axolotls are calm and still. This can sometimes lead plecos to rasp at axolotl slime coats, nibble at gills, or disturb them while resting. Not because plecos are mean, but because they're simply doing what plecos do. C. Plecos prefer warmer water. Plecos thrive in tropical temperatures, 24 to 27 degrees Celsius. Axolotls thrive in cool water, 16 to 20 degrees Celsius. When plecos live in colder water, their metabolism slows down, which means slower growth, slower digestion, calmer activity, and a generally sleepier life. This isn't automatically harmful, but it is not ideal for a pleco's typical development. D. Plecos add additional bioload. Axolotls already produce a lot of waste. Plecos also produce a lot of waste. Together, they can push a filter to its limit if the setup isn't strong enough. 2. But here's the important part. None of this means that plecos are bad fish or that keeping them together is automatically cruel. It simply means the combination is high risk, and most axolotl owners, especially beginners, don't have the exact conditions needed for this pairing to work safely. This is where my story comes in. 3. Why my plecos and axolotls coexist safely without suggesting others should copy it. A. They were raised together from tiny juveniles. My plecos and axolotls were literally the same size when I introduced them. They grew up seeing each other as part of the environment, not as food or threats. This is a huge factor, and it's extremely rare. B. My axolotls are exceptionally calm. Axolotls all have different personalities. Some snap at anything that floats. Mine, they're slow, gentle eaters with zero food aggression. This is luck, not skill or a technique. C. The tank is large with many hiding places. My tank has multiple caves, large shaded zones, resting shelves, visual barriers, and plenty of open floor space. Everyone has room to stay out of each other's way. A smaller tank would not work the same. D. The plecos are completely adjusted to cooler water. Yes, their metabolism is slower, but they show normal appetite, normal behavior, normal color, no stress signs. Slower growth is not harmful by itself. It's simply a natural response to cooler conditions. E. I monitor them every single day. This is the biggest difference. I check gills, slime coat, fin condition, behavior changes, feeding behavior, any sign of rasping or aggression, and they would be separated immediately. Most people don't have the time to monitor this closely, or the experience to spot early warning signs. 4. So, should you add a pleco to your axolotl tank? Honestly, probably not. Not because plecos are dangerous, and not because keeping them together is cruel, but because the risks are real, and most tanks don't have the special conditions that make mine work. My setup is the exception, not the rule. If you're new to axolotls, or you want to be absolutely safe, there are much better options than plecos. 5. Safer alternatives for movement in your tank. If you just want life and movement in your tank, consider zebra danios, with caution, white cloud minnows, rosy red minnows, or simply more axolotls. And don't forget, axolotls don't need tank mates at all. They're perfectly happy alone. There we go. If you learned something today, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Did you ever consider adding a pleco to your axolotl tank? Or have you tried it already? Until next time, keep your tank cool, your worms wiggly, and your axolotls happy. See ya!